Here we have an older man trying to explain why the younger generation feels they have been robbed of their future and are trying to find new ways to survive and live their lives.
Why I think so many millennials and Gen Z folks are getting into off-grid living, homesteading, van life, that kind of stuff. That also describes the relationship between our society as a whole and the younger generation. The older generations basically destroyed the economy, strip mined all of the future wealth and opportunity, as well as, and most importantly, hope.
I want to make sure that you guys understand that in 50 years, there's going to be a guy that's this age that's saying this about us. I want to promise you that that's going to happen.
Even if someone says the same thing about us 50 years from now, whether the new generation is correct or not, does not prove or disapprove the message the older man is trying to bring across. Even though I think Asmongold means this only as a fun comment, we need to remember that whether he's right or wrong, and whether the new generation would be right saying it or not, it doesn't have any bearing on the commentation that the older man is having. It doesn't argue the point at all, so it's just a fun comment.
Told the younger generation all they had to do was get good grades, go to college, get a good job, and they too will have the American dream. They'll be able to buy a house, start a family, put money aside for retirement, and live the good life. That was a lie. When the younger generation, with almost infinite information at their fingertips to look up facts, started to question it, they set out to learn how to provide for themselves without having to fall for the lie that they've been told their whole life. The younger generations may not want to work their entire lives away without a glimmer of hope, just to make up for the mistakes and misdeeds of their mothers and fathers. That is why they
invested in NFTs
in the off-grid living and homesteading world and ask how. And I, for one, am going to do everything I can to answer that question. And honestly, I can't wait to see what they do with everything else that they find out.
In short, the older generation promised that do these things and you will be fine in the future. And the younger generation found out that it was not true. With extra knowledge, the younger generation realized they don't have to believe their parents and the older generation, and there is another option. And he is hopeful, expecting to see great things the new generation will find out. Here Asmongold totally misses the point, in my opinion.
I see what he's saying, but I feel like this is just like porn for disenfranchised millennials. Because like I know a lot of people that are in these positions, and I've grown up with them, and their lives are a product of their decisions. And they didn't work hard in school. They didn't go to college and take it seriously. They didn't do the things that they were supposed to do. And their life isn't what they want it to be. And so how is that society's fault? I'm not hearing that he's wrong. Well, I don't think that it's society's fault that some people are fucking losers.
He thinks that the old man is talking about people who didn't do the things they were told to do. But the old man is talking about the people who put in the effort and did the things they were supposed to do and still failed, and still realized there is no future for them in the provided path.
I'll give you some examples.
These things are not society's fault.
The reason my teeth rotted out is because I didn't brush my teeth a lot and I drank a lot of soda.
The society tells you to brush your teeth and not drink a lot of soda.
The reason I didn't get a job whenever I was younger is because I didn't put enough effort into it.
And they tell you to work hard at your job.
The reason why I didn't get good grades in school is because I didn't give a fuck.
And they tell you to work hard at school. This is totally missing the point. If you are told to do stuff and then you don't do the stuff, you shouldn't be surprised when you have bad consequences. But if you are told to do the stuff and you do the stuff and you still end up with bad consequences, then I think it's valid to say that you have been lied to.
None of these things are society's fault. These are my decisions. Like, for example, the reason why I'm not in shape is because I haven't made working out a priority in my life. Now, whose fault is that? You could say that's society's fault. I could blame it on, 10 other people. But at the end of the day, it's my life, it's my fault.
Also, society tries to tell people to get in shape, even though in this point there is arguments to be made that with a fat acceptance movement and all that bullshit, people might say that society is pushing them not to get in shape.